Hey everyone, Teacher Lisa here from Learning with Lisa. Today I come to you with classroom props to use in your ESL classroom. If you have not already, please subscribe to my channel below. If this topic has resonated with you today, please leave a comment, ask a question. I would love to hear from you. Also, please email me at learningwithlisa20@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Please understand that not all teachers use props in their everyday teaching. Me personally, I just love to use props because I think it's so important and the students and the families just love it. For those of you that would love to use classroom props, keep in mind that you don't need to go out to the store to buy brand new props for your classroom. You can use things that you have around the house. I have 6 and 4-year-olds and I use their toys. I use all the things that they have in their everyday toy room that allows me to show them to my students and use them as classroom props. So please do not go buy new props. Just find things that you have in your home that will help support the learning of your students, especially your beginning students. So 5 props that I use every day and that I already have in my house. The first one is a whiteboard. I use one whiteboard to write new vocabulary words or to write sentences. In this case, I have the vocabulary word after. So I would ask the student, please write the vocabulary word. A lot of my students will have their own whiteboard, so they'll write on their whiteboard. Then I will say, please spell the word. And they will say A-F-T-E-R, after. The other whiteboard that I use in my classroom is for rewards. In this case, my student has to guess what the picture is by the end of the lesson. So we will have steps to draw, in this case, a bird. And they will have to guess at the end of the lesson, what am I? I am a bird. I will also ask my students, especially lower level students, what color is the bird? What color is the bird's beak? What does the bird sit on? So again, I'm asking questions. I'm getting that thinking going to get them to make the connection with what they're seeing as well as what they're hearing. The second prop that I use on a daily basis are my Phonogram cards. These cards were actually from when I was teaching in the classroom, and these are amazing. I will list this in the description box below, so please check those out. I've had these for a long time, and I absolutely love them. So, my Phonogram cards, for example, this is the letter B. B makes the sound B. Okay, so I will always connect these with the phonemes that they're learning in the lesson. Another example would be ch. And again, I'm getting them to repeat the sound as well as make the connections to what the letter is. And furthermore, vocabulary word that is tied with the phonogram. Next everyday prop that I use, the third prop, would be my ABC cards, my letter cards. So for example, I have the letter A. So I would ask the students, what letter is this? This is the letter A. And then I could also extend, if I didn't have my phonogram cards, I could extend and say, A makes the sound A is for apple. And again, they could repeat or they could answer my questions depending on the level that they are at. 4 prop that I use on a daily basis are my VIPKID character cards. These cards I purchase on Etsy, and I will put the link in the description box. These are awesome because these are characters from the actual lesson. Again, I use these on a daily basis. Even if it's some older kids, they love it. Just kind of like, here is Dino! Where is your dino? And a lot of kids will have a dino, stuffed animal. Also, these character cards have feelings. So feelings, the lessons that you're doing for feelings, these also come in handy. Some of the other cards are family members. So different family members that they have, and then you can make connections and asking them who is in your family. Lastly would just be more characters throughout the lessons that go from level 1 all the way up. So those come in handy. Those are awesome, and those are character cards that I use on a daily basis. The fifth and final prop that I use on a daily basis is my awesome microphone. I use this to sing the beginning song as well as the ending song. I also, when we're learning the vocabulary word sing or the action word sing, I will use this to support that learning as well. So a lot of times, even if it's an older kid, it's just still fun to sing and just get really high and get really low and just get excited with the students, and they absolutely love it. Now I would like to share some of my favorite props. I don't necessarily use them on a daily basis, but I use them often enough that they have become my favorites. The first favorite prop that I use is play food. And of course, if you have children or nieces or nephews or cousins, a lot of kids have play food, and play food comes in handy, especially for teaching ESL. So for example, for a lower level, I would ask the students, what color is the banana? Yellow. Yellow. Banana. B. Again, we're making the connections to colors, to letter sounds, and depending on what level they're at. If it was an older level student, I could ask them, what fruit is this? What is your favorite fruit? And you can get that communication going with the student. And obviously, if other props, other fruits that I could share too, if they need some guiding. If they can't think of a fruit, I could say, do you like oranges? Yes, I like oranges. Okay, and so you can guide them if they don't necessarily know on their own. So fruit, play food is an awesome prop to use with your students, and they can have fun with it, and they can act out drinking and eating, and they love it. The next favorite prop that I love to use is have my animals in the classroom. So I can talk about farm animals as well as wild animals. And I could ask questions for lower level students such as, what sound does the pig make? Oink, oink, oink. And they would repeat. As well as, what sound does the lion make? Roar! Good job! And for an upper level student, I could ask them, is this a farm or a wild animal? Is this a farm or a wild animal? I could ask them, what does the animal look like? It has hair. It has ears. Ears. You know, you could talk about the different things that the animal has, or find out what they know about the animal. Upper level students are going to know a lot about animals, especially since they've had those lessons in the beginning. The next favorite prop that I love to use are the sports balls. So here I have a soccer ball, basketball, and a football. And these come up often in the lessons, especially for the lower level students. So for the lower level students, I would say ball, and have them repeat. And then oftentimes the student would say a soccer ball, and I would say, this is a soccer ball. So getting them to say those sentences, not just one word answers. For my upper level students, I would encourage rolling, bouncing, and then asking them questions using that vocabulary word. So encouraging them to constantly use sentences, to constantly speak in sentences. My next prop that I love to use are shapes and then also colors. So for a lower level student, I could say, what shape is this? Rectangle. And even though they're a lower level student and they're advanced, you can say, what shape is this? This is a rectangle. And you could also ask them, what color is the rectangle? The rectangle is green. Good job! And then for my upper level students, we could talk about sides. How many sides does a rectangle have? The rectangle has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, asking those more advanced questions, getting them thinking. Obviously, if they can't answer the question on their own, you're going to guide them. You're going to give them that support so that they can come to that answer with support on their own. Another favorite classroom prop that I love to use is furniture. So here I have a sofa. I have a table. So the furniture comes in a little bit more of the upper level lessons. So you would ask the student, sofa, what is this? This is a sofa. And then you can also say, do you have a sofa in your house? And they can say, yes, I have a sofa in my house. So again, we are encouraging the students to speak in full sentences. We could also say, do you have a table in your kitchen? Yes. And again, they would answer in a full sentence. So using furniture is awesome because they're making that connection that they have furniture in their home as well. And then also in my feedback, I will encourage my families to ask those questions at home on a daily basis to their child. Do we have a kitchen table? And then getting them to answer in full sentences. Moving on to another favorite prop that I use often is vehicles. So we're talking about cars, airplanes, and that relates to the topic of traveling. So we could talk to our students, do you travel by airplane? Yes! I travel by airplane. And you, if they are upper level students, you could ask them, where have you flown on an airplane to? And some of them will tell you other countries that they've gone to. These kids, a lot of them are very lucky and they get to go to other countries on vacation during their school break. So another vehicle that I shared was the car. So when we are learning in the lessons about cabs and cars, vans, trucks, we could say, what is this? This is a car. Does your mom or dad drive a car? Yes, my mom drives a red car. And again, getting them to answer in full sentences and making those connections to their home life, to what their mom and dad do. The final prop that I love to use with my students, more so in the upper level, is when we talk about seasons. And here I have this awesome season chart that I used in my classroom, and it shows us the 4 seasons as well as what the weather is. So this is a great chart to ask questions. What season is this? Is it chilly or hot? Or you could even say, is it cold or hot? Again, asking the students, and if they're a regular of yours, you know what they're capable of. So just, again, asking those extending questions to get them talking at all times. I also have weather cards. So I have seasons on here, and then I have weather cards. So we're talking about snowy weather, stormy, windy, sunny, and rainy. So I could say, is it rainy or snowy based on what is on the slide? I could also say, what is the weather at your house? And they could say, the weather is sunny. The weather is sunny. And again, getting them to answer in full sentences. But the weather is a hot topic with my students. They love to talk about the weather. They love to look at my weather and tell me what the weather is, even though it's dark and I'm teaching early in the morning. But again, it's just great conversation and it just gets me excited. I love seeing them ask and answer those questions. So I've shared with you some of my favorite props that I don't necessarily use on a daily basis, but that I use often. I would also like to just share real quick is some fun props that I use, such as the puppet, the pom-pom, the clapper, and last but not least, my awesome glasses. And again, glasses will come in handy in lessons teaching about eyes and the verb to see. So again, these are just some fun props to just add to your exciting lessons with your students. Today I have shared with you 5 props that I love to use on a daily basis in my classroom. Whiteboards, phonogram cards, ABC cards, microphone, and as well as my character VIPKID cards. I've also shared with you 7 props that I love to use throughout my lesson. Those 7 props are play food, animal, ball, shapes and colors, furniture, travel, as well as weather. Again, these are some of my favorites. You don't have to have all of these on hand. These are just some things that I use often, and I have a little bit of each of the groups. Not necessarily a lot, but just enough to support their learning and make that connection. So I would love to help you identify and use props in your ESL classroom. If you have not begun your journey with teaching ESL or becoming an ESL teacher, I would be honored to help guide you and support you. I will support you every step of the way and even after you have begun to teach your first class. I have provided my referral link below in the description box. Please know the description box is below this video and it contains all of the necessary information that has been discussed in this video today. Also, please, if you have not, subscribe to my channel and like this video. Also, if you have any questions, comments, or would love to get things started, please email me at learningwithlisa20@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. And as always, please go learn something new. Have a great day.